The battery market has become a playground for marketing executives who realized long ago that lead is expensive, but ink is cheap. When you see a high cold cranking amps rating on a shelf, you assume it is a measurement of power, but it is often just a target for sales. Independent testing has pulled back the curtain to reveal a staggering reality. Many popular brands fall 78 to 95 amps short of their advertised strength when the temperature hits zero. That gap is not just a rounding error, it is the margin between your life moving forward and being stranded in the snow. The villain in this story is not a single person, but a corporate philosophy that prioritizes shelf presence over physical performance. Manufacturers know that most drivers will never own a professional load tester, and they certainly will not be measuring internal resistance in a blizzard. This information asymmetry allows them to optimize their batteries for a laboratory environment while cutting corners on the materials that actually provide durability. They have engineered a system where the handheld testers in auto parts stores have wide enough tolerances to approve a battery that is effectively already failing. The victim is you, the consumer, who pays a premium for a reliability that only exists on a glossy label. Corporations act this way because, from an economic perspective, it is more profitable to replace a few units under warranty than to build every unit to a higher standard. They have turned the car battery into a disposable commodity rather than a critical piece of engineering. To survive this market, you must stop looking at the brand name on the plastic casing and start looking at the internal architecture. You need to understand that the real battery market has split into those who engineer for a minimum guarantee and those who print numbers for a maximum profit. Let us look at Odyssey, a brand that treats battery design like an aerospace project rather than a household appliance. While traditional batteries use lead alloy plates, Odyssey utilizes pure lead thin plate technology to maximize surface area. By packing more lead into the same physical footprint, they provide a massive increase in current delivery for those critical 3 seconds of a cold start. Independent data confirms that these batteries stay within 2 to 3% of their rated capacity, even in the harshest conditions. They represent a rare philosophy in modern consumerism, where the product is actually designed to exceed the promises made by the marketing department. Then we have the Optima Red Top, easily identified by its unique six-pack shape that hides a spiral wound cell structure. This design was a revolution that replaced traditional stacked plates with a tightly coiled lid ribbon, creating a battery that is nearly immune to vibration. In the early 2000s, the brand faced quality issues during ownership changes, but modern testing shows they have reclaimed their throne. The spiral cell is not just a gimmick, it is a method of maintaining electrical stability as the battery ages. It ensures that the power you have on day 1 is the same power you have 3 years later, long after cheaper competitors have degraded into paperweights. If you want to know what the professionals use, look at what the local mechanic puts in his own truck, which is usually an Interstate. Interstate does not win by reinventing the wheel. They win through a logistical strategy of absolute freshness. Lead-acid batteries are like produce. They begin to decay the moment they leave the factory line. Because Interstate distributes primarily through a massive network of repair shops rather than letting stock sit on a retail shelf for months, the battery you buy is often only weeks old. Mechanics choose this brand because they lose money every time a customer returns with a warranty claim, making reliability a matter of professional survival. For those driving vehicles from the General Motors family, the AC Delco Gold AGM provides a level of factory-level assurance that is hard to find elsewhere. These are not designed to satisfy a marketing team. They are built to meet the cold start production requirements of automotive engineers. The internal grid structures are reinforced to handle the extreme thermal cycling that happens under a modern, crowded engine bay. When you choose an original equipment manufacturer standard, you are opting out of the guessing game and into a specification that was tested on the very engine you are trying to start. The story of Dayhard is a cautionary tale about how a brand can lose its way and then fight to return. In the 1970s, the name was legendary, but it was eventually diluted by a confusing array of product tiers that made it hard to know what you were buying. The modern Platinum AGM line is an attempt to restore that legacy by focusing on heavy-duty performance and voltage retention. Consumer Reports has put these units through extended cranking simulations at 0 degrees, and they have proven that they can maintain their composure. It serves as a reminder that even within a single brand, the specific technology inside the box matters more than the logo on the front. Perhaps the most shocking entry in the modern market is the EverStart Platinum AGM, found in the aisles of Walmart. It is easy to dismiss a budget brand, but independent testing, like that seen on Project Farm, has shown that this battery often outperforms premium competitors. It is manufactured by the same massive global suppliers that produce high-end labels, but it lacks the heavy retail markup. For the buyer who cares about performance per dollar, the EverStart Platinum is a reminder that sometimes the best engineering is hidden behind the most boring packaging. It is a value leader that proves you do not always have to pay a premium to get a battery that actually meets its cold cranking amp rating. In the world of commercial fleets and military applications, there is a brand called NorthStar that operates with a level of accountability that consumer brands avoid. In these sectors, an exaggerated specification is a breach of contract that can cost millions of dollars. NorthStar batteries are engineered with the same pure lead intensity as Odyssey, but with a focus on deep cycle durability. Independent tests frequently show NorthStar delivering more power than what is printed on the label, sometimes as much as 7% more. They are built for a world where failure is not an option, making them a top choice for anyone who lives in a climate that views winter as an annual survival test. For the enthusiasts who demand absolute precision, excess power represents the intersection of car audio competition and high-performance engineering. In the world of massive amplifiers and high-compression engines, electrical sag is detected instantly by sensitive instruments. This has forced excess power to focus heavily on reducing internal resistance, which is the invisible wall that prevents current from flowing. While other brands are trying to save money on lead, excess power is busy refining the chemistry to ensure the fastest possible discharge rate. They have built a reputation among those who monitor their electrical systems with oscilloscopes, leaving no room for the marketing fluff that plagues the rest of the industry. The real strategy for buying a battery in 2025 is to ignore the sticker and look for the data. You must ask yourself if a model has been independently verified at 0 degrees, or if you are just trusting a corporation that wants your money. Do not let yourself be a victim of a shiny label in a warm store. Instead, look for the engineering that stands up to the cold. We often think of technology as moving forward, but in the battery world, it is often a battle to keep quality from sliding backward. By choosing brands that value their reputation over their profit margins, you are protecting both your wallet and your peace of mind. I hope this deep dive into the hidden reality of the battery industry helps you make a smarter choice the next time your car refuses to wake up. Knowledge is the only tool that can bridge the gap between a marketing claim and mechanical reality. If you found this information valuable, please subscribe to the channel to join our community of informed drivers. We will continue to pull back the curtain on the industries that count on your silence.